What's going on, everybody?
Oh, it just cut out. What's up, YouTube?
I forgot my headphones. Whatever.
It's
I
your
like that. It
boy.
was fire. I liked it. I
Back
loved it.
at it again with the white.
How's
van.
everyone's week going?
Bro,
Happy
it's
hump day.
95 degrees outside.
Actually,
Yeah, bro. I
It's
was,
only
I
like
It's
was,
so
70.
humid.
and I have to wear pants.
Really?
So like, I'm wearing jeans right now, and I was like,
Oh
holy.
damn, it's 91. I lied. My computer says 74. I just went outside to grab my tripod. It wasn't that bad.
It's so hot, dude. It's gross outside.
But I mean, I think it's only hot outside because of these lists that we have here. Because these are some hot takes.
These are some hot garbage.
So
Oh no, I
basically,
put the top 5 real solid.
and not on the shooting guard list. Anyways, so Hoops Hype put out their top 25 list heading into next season, and they did the point guards and shooting guards. I'm assuming they're gonna do.
Let's screen
Small
share
forward.
these.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they're gonna do the small forwards and all that sometime soon, just because. I mean, you do point guards, shooting guards, they space it out every 2 days. It's gonna be soon that they do that. Anyway, so here is the point guard list. Y'all can see that, right?
Yep.
So
You might as well just pull it up in the notes, like, or maybe not, I guess.
we'll just do it here so people can get a visual too. But so I don't want to share all of our notes. We can't let everybody know our wisdom, you know. But anyways, so the point guards, I had Luka. How do you guys feel about that one? I like that. I think it's fair.
I think Luka's top because without Luka, the Mavs are nothing. Dude
Exactly.
literally
He's
has
like
the
their
team on his
entire
back,
team.
so yeah, he does everything. So you got to give Luka the number 1 spot.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, he's the best player in the NBA right now, probably. Him and Giannis.
Yeah, MVP candidate. MVP.
I think he could pull it off next year, but his team would have to be a top 4 seed in the conference.
That's fair. Yeah. But I don't think Joel Embiid's going to, if he has another season like he did this past season, he'll put up some
And I know-
fighting. But
I know a lot of
Giannis
people
is always there. So
yeah. I mean, people were mad that Luka was ahead of Steph on this list, as you guys see him at number 2. But Nards, you brought up a good point on why Luka's above Steph.
yeah, it's just how he has to carry. Luka's the entire team, and Steph needs, like, he's great, but he does need like a supporting cast to help him win those most game, like a lot of those big time games. Like without Draymond and Clay, I don't see him getting 4 rings, maybe 1. I don't see him getting 4 for sure.
Yeah, but Luka doesn't have a supporting cast either, and he has 0 rings.
Oh yeah, but his career's in half. He's only played a couple seasons.
I mean, fair
But
enough,
what?
but
Now he just finished his 4th year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, but like without a supporting, if you put Steph on the Mavs instead of Luka, like I guarantee that he would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I know. But I still think Steph to like win those big games. I think Luka is more clutch on his own.
That's fair.
It definitely helps that Steph's team like is so great. But like you think about it, like it's 2 different systems of basketball. Like the Warriors is like a very like team based.
Running gun.
Like the Mavs, literally, it's like, all right, Luka, kind of just do your thing. Versus like if Steph was in that system, like Trevor said, like he might do the same thing. I would actually be really curious to see like what the win shares would be for each of those guys.
Steph that one season without Draymond and Clay, they were like the shittiest team in the league. Like they were the worst team, and then they ended up
but he also
benching
got
him.
injured.
I know,
like
but
25
then they
games.
just I know, but then they ended up just keeping him out. But Luka does it like all season. I don't know. I just feel like Luka can carry a team harder by himself than Steph Curry can on their own.
I mean,
But
that
the only reason
supporting roles.
I don't disagree with you, but that's why you keep saying like Steph needs a supporting cast. Yeah, to win 4 championships maybe, but like if you wanted to carry his team to a 16 and lose in the Western Conference Finals, like Luka has,
I
I guess
don't see him making the finals though. like the Western Conference Finals, even if it was just Steph with the team. If you replace Steph and Luca, I don't see them making the Western Conference Finals. I just don't.
I mean, the one year that like everybody was hurt and it was just Steph. Like you got to remember, like it was just Steph, and then he was going against a play-in team in the Grizzlies, and they were red hot, that year. And so John Morant hits that little buzzer beater floater layup thing at the end, right? And they're in overtime. They go play the Lakers the next play-in game, and LeBron hit that clutch shot where like his eye literally got hit. Like you think about it, those were two teams that were hot at the right time. They were definitely better than the Warriors team. Like I think if you were to compare that injury rostered Warriors team versus that Mavericks team that was like this year, I would definitely say that Mavericks team is better because like Luka also had Jalen Brunson coming off the bench as their
Max
primary.
contract player.
He's not max contract, but he's definitely good enough for 100 M's, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't get paid to make those decisions.
Neither do I.
Number 3, they had the boy, Ja Morant.
Absolute bucket. Total menace.
He definitely took he's been taking big steps every single year he's been playing, which is like crazy to see. It's cool to see, but we obviously, you guys know, we talked about, we don't think he should have won the MIP if he was,
Rookie of the year. Yeah. He already came off a really, really solid season. And then like he upped it a little bit, but I think he's still great, but I don't know if he should win the MIP. I agree with that, but I don't know. Still a bucket though, dude. Some of the best dunks I've ever seen in my life come from that man. So
athleticism is crazy.
He's so explosive, yeah.
So this list apparently didn't know if they wanted to put Trae Young 3 or 4. Like they were flip-flopping him and Ja Morant. I would put Ja Morant over Trae. Because like Trae,
Same.
he's a great shooter and all, and like he can pass. But like on the defensive end, like he is such a liability. Like you want to hide Trae Young in the corner, against maybe like a perimeter shooter who literally sits in the corner and waits for a catch and shoot.
The worst
Versus,
guard
like,
on the floor you want him
Ja's guarding probably the most athletic guy on the other team. And normally it's going to be their primary ball handler or like a shooting guard, I mean,
yeah.
I think we did say like we all agree with like I think at least the top 5 on this point guard list.
Yeah, no, the top 5 I think are pretty
top
solid.
Like I like Dame at 5.
Dame
I like
Dollar.
that. I like that.
Too bad we didn't get to see him play last season, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year.
Yeah,
especially with a couple of the new signings and stuff. Portland should be fun.
there's
Chris
Paul
the
is 6.
point guard.
I like that.
Suns aren't the Suns without Chris Paul.
Harden at 7. They have him as a point guard.
Yeah, they have him as a point guard. I always thought he was a shooting guard. I feel like he should be placed at the shooting guard still, but
yeah, but they also put Maxey as a shooting guard. So like, I don't know. I think
I feel like it's split. I don't know.
I mean, who's their primary ball handler though in Philadelphia?
I mean, Harden.
It's Harden.
Yeah,
so like,
Harden now,
I guess that's why they classified him as a point guard. And
but like on the
Maxey's
roster, they have him like other way. I don't know. It's weird. He just played shooting guard most of his life.
Yeah.
But I guess going into next year, so
we all know Harden as a shooting guard, especially like from what he did in OKC and like Houston.
Yeah.
Like when he was in Brooklyn, like it was Kyrie bringing the ball up. And now this is like the first time since Houston that Harden is now the primary ball handler.
Right. He played with West. Yeah.
Because he had Westbrook and Chris Paul in Houston, but like most
now
of the time.
Just him. Now it's just him, other than Maxey. Like mostly it's Harden just bringing it up.
Right.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. And then they have Kyrie at 8. I think it might be a little high for Kyrie just solely based on the fact that he really didn't play a whole lot last year. And like, yeah, he had that like, what was it? Like some 50-point game, 60-point game against the Magic.
I don't know. I think it's a little low. Honestly, I think Ja is a little bit high at 3, but I don't know who would even go over him. it's
That's
just
what I'm
hard
saying. Like,
he's
I
only
want to say he's
23.
lower, but it's tough to like replace him.
I know.
And Kyrie,
And I
I
think
think does
Kyrie's a
have.
little
He's
bit
the best
low,
handle. He is the best handle in the game for sure,
but he's
Ever.
just
in
so
my opinion.
inconsistent. He can't play. Like he can't
Yeah,
like because of the COVID thing, like or the vaccine thing. He can't play like all the time. So
I don't even know if
uh,
he can play in Canada still. I know he wasn't even able to like go without being
wow.
vaccinated. Like Toronto. Well, I guess it's just Toronto for the NBA.
I mean, what
NHL
if
has
it's
a couple
a
teams, so it's a little different.
all right, but like okay, but what happens if there's a Nets Toronto like Nets
Toronto
Next
series.
Raptors
Raptors game, he can't
series?
go. At the Raptors, he can't go. I don't even know. Yeah, he wasn't. He wouldn't be able to
Brooklyn's
go.
got to
I don't
think
know
about
about
that
now.
though, because like in the East, if they match up against Raptors, which is very likely, like not very likely, but I mean, if they, like, I'm sure their paths will cross at some point, or like
Yeah.
it's very likely that they could cross at one point. Like you got to think, like,
Yeah.
especially if Durant leaves, what Kyrie's gonna be your number one like option, and he's not even be able to play in an entire series in
He's
Toronto, you
gonna go
know?
like half of those.
Right.
Especially if Toronto's like the first seed, you're gonna get like you're gonna go in the first 2 games without Kyrie. That's
Right.
they're the higher seed. That's
Exactly.
tough. Yeah.
Nards, you said you didn't like this pick at SGA at 9.
I just feel like he's too young to have him like top 10 over some of the point guards that are out there. Like even Marcus Smart. I don't know. I feel like Marcus Smart's better than like SGA personally. I mean, SGA is like he's good, but like I feel like Josh Giddey might even be better like point guard than him as of now. Dude's a bucket, but I don't know. I don't know. Just, number 9 seems like a little high.
You might be
I mean,
reaching there. You
he
might be
Top
is young.
15, I feel.
He's young and
He's on a
he's on
busted
a
team.
right. So
I feel
like he
like
has the
until
ball
the
in his
ball's
hands
gonna
a
go
lot.
through him, yeah, it's always him. Like he has to do it all.
He is really
And there's no one
efficient
else
though.
to
I
give
know
it
he's
to.
really efficient pick and roll guy, but like how would that like
They were the worst team in the league. Like I just
right.
feel like putting him there is just
I agree.
I mean, look at that. Last year he was a 25, basically 25 point per game scorer, and he could get rebounds and assists, and then he was at least pretty darn good on the defensive end too. And there was a couple games like where they needed him they needed him to come up big, and like he hit a few game winners. Like there was the one game winner where he hit it basically from like just inside like half court. He single-handedly took down the Lakers in one game. Like I think he's worthy of top 10. I don't know if he's over some other guys, but like Drew Holiday, like when I saw this list, I was like, where's LaMelo Ball? Where's like, some other guards like in the league? But I feel like they really like in this pick right here with Holiday at 10, they definitely were like valuing his defense because he's arguably the best defender in the NBA.
Right. Like one of the most
no,
versatile
no, he definitely
guards.
is.
But like
My
that's
power just
per
went out.
100.
Ooh.
It doesn't have his stats. But like think about it, like Drew
Yeah, it
Holiday's the
does.
third option on
18.3
this team.
points, 6.8 assists, 1.6 steals.
Oh, there it is. But like, and these are numbers as like the third option. Like, so think about how many open looks like this is. Think about how many times like they come off the pick and roll with him and Giannis or something like that. It's easy to run a pick and roll with Giannis, especially when he's 7 foot and he can jump out the gym. All you gotta do is kind of throw the ball up there and let him go get it. Versus
And
like
fair,
Second nature.
someone like LaMelo, like it's literally just LaMelo, and it was Miles Bridges. And then there was really no other help than that. I know Nards is a big T-Row guy and Terry Rozier, but
I think T-Row, he offers like a lot for that team at least. I don't know.
I mean, he had that one
He
incredible
balled
playoff
out
run with
last
Boston,
season.
but I mean, I haven't really seen him do anything since.
Yeah, that's why I was like questionable.
But like,
Very,
you
very
look
questionable.
here at 11, you got LaMelo. Like, I
I feel like that's
probably,
fair.
dude, this list is tough though, because like, feel like once you get outside the top 5, everything
Yeah,
from
it's
there on out is like interchangeable from like 6
yeah,
to like 18, even
I
to
agree.
21.
yeah, it's
It is
all
hard.
hard. Like, is LaMelo better than Lonzo? Yeah.
I mean,
Stupid,
Darius
stupid
Garland had
question.
a great season this year. Should have won MIP.
It's hard because each of these players is like good in different dimensions than the other, and it's hard to compare them to each other.
Exactly. And they're all, like I said, they're in different systems.
All
So, like,
right.
that has a huge part. Like, Garland at 12. And then you have Van Vliet at 13. And that might be a little high for him. But, I mean, these guys definitely did their research and they have, like, the reasons. But the boy Cade at 14, he's at least top 15 after his rookie season.
I'm fine with that. I mean,
It's
he
respectable.
started off really slow. After the All-Star break, he stepped it up a
I'm
ton.
excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, this is kind of what they're
Yeah.
saying. Like, he had a 29 game stretch from the 21st of January where, he averaged some crazy numbers.
Yeah,
But
no. After the All-Star break, that he started looking really, really good. But I mean, he was coming off an injury, some kind of foot injury and stuff
Yeah.
like. I think the pace of the NBA so
exactly.
much faster than college.
New
so.
teammates, new system.
Yeah,
Like,
new
I wouldn't be
terms, just
surprised.
everything, just learning the
He,
NBA way.
Trev, were you the one that said that he could potentially win MIP next year?
Yeah.
I like that because, like, he didn't win Rookie of the Year. He made a strong case for it,
Snub.
but yeah, he got snubbed. And if he goes up with his averages, I mean,
Which
he'll
he
definitely
should.
hopefully.
Yeah,
That's what
I
we're
think he
praying for.
definitely improved, especially
He's
adding
looking-
Jaden Ivey and stuff.
I know
I
he's
think
looking
it'll
like a
help
playmaker. And
Bagley.
now we have Bagley and Stewart who are developing, and Ivy and Bay now, and we have Burks off the bench to hit a knockdown at 3 or 2. So
Don't
yeah,
forget about Nerlens Noel.
oh yeah, exactly. Lob City, big pink guy.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton's another young guy that I like. I think he'll develop really well, especially now he's going to have a full year in Indiana. He's going to get used to that, that team. And now, like, he's going to be the guy. Like, he was putting up some pretty good numbers when he was with Sacramento. Then he got traded. But I think this, like, upcoming
Mac-
year will be a big one for him as well.
And Sac is a busted ass, like,
That's where you go to
place
die.
to go, dude. They kill. Yeah, you go to die there. So
Ben Simmons,
Shit.
I wouldn't even put him on this list just because he didn't freaking play at all this year. How can you rank somebody saying that Ben Simmons is better than the people below him if Ben Simmons didn't even step on the floor one time? Unless it was to get up
Yeah,
off the bench to
no.
let his teammates sit down during a timeout.
I know, like, is he actually even gonna play this year?
I don't
He's
even
too
know if
busy
he's.
crying
What if he never
about his
plays
stupid
again?
shoulder. No, dude. Honestly, I forgot about Ben Simmons. Like, totally.
I don't think he'll
forgot
ever
even,
play
like,
again,
existed.
Plus, in Brooklyn, if say Kyrie stays, Ben Simmons isn't playing point guard. He's playing center. He's gonna play center.
KD. Dude, I think
No
that
one.
team's gonna be kind of scary though, because you're gonna have Kyrie who's able to. He's gonna be like, I feel like he's gonna be the main ball handler. You just throw Ben, shooting guard though. He's just a liability, and you have Steph Curry as well.
Yeah, like Jamal Murray, another guy who didn't play at all. Like, I
Sadly,
would put those two guys at like honorable mentions, but I don't think, you can say Jamal Murray was better than De'Aaron Fox this past season, even though Jamal Murray didn't play.
Yeah, but they're not saying he's better than him. They're saying this season that like they're making him higher for this
they're
upcoming
predicting
season.
he's gonna be better. I don't know, De'Aaron. I like De'Aaron. I think he's got a lot of explosiveness, but again, he's stuck at Sacramento where you go to die.
I put Fox at 16, Murray at 17, Halliburton at 18. And then actually I'd take Simmons out entirely. And then
Completely?
I'd do yeah. It's just hard
Feel like-
because we haven't seen him play consistently in like 2 years almost. So
Like Jalen Brunson, like, he had a great season last year, but now he's gonna be the man in New York with him and Julius Randle. But let's be honest, I don't think
look at
that's
those averages.
Toppin.
Those are look at his averages. Those are all less than Cade.
yeah.
Dude, I think the Knicks are gonna be kind of scary though. They got some like solid players all around.
Yeah, but like,
Like
when
Obi
you,
Toppin, I think Obi Toppin is gonna make a case next year. He's gonna
do you
improve
trust
a lot.
Jalen Brunson with the ball in his hands with one possession left, tie game to go hit a game-winning bucket?
No, but he also
No,
has
I'd
RJ
give him to
Barrett and
Randall.
Julius
And
Randle
RJ.
Okay, do you trust? Who would you rather have?
and Quickly, who's developing right now.
They literally have 3 lefties in their starting lineup. I just thought about that. You got Brunson, you got
That's tough.
RJ, and you got Julius Randle.
That's gonna be hard to defend.
Definitely different.
The Depoy
That's
at
crazy.
20.
I feel like Marcus Smart's better than 20. He's one of the better defenders in the league. It's like a Drew Holiday type thing,
But
dude.
like as a role, like as the point guard, I think he'd probably just be a better shooting guard. But since like you want Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum moving like off the ball a lot too, like I feel like they'll actually have Smart come off the bench and let Malcolm Brogdon be the starting one.
Really,
same
time-
he's like
I
Smart's
think
such
they're
a
gonna-
dog though. He's one of the best defenders.
I think they're
they
gonna
have.
move Tatum to the 4 and start Robert Williams to the 5, and then do Brown at the 3 or 2, Brogdon at the 3 or 2, and then Smart at 1.
Yeah, I like that lineup. Williams
Tatum's-
is scary, dude. That guy was balling in the
And
finals. He was
In
doing
my
everything.
opinion, biggest snub on the list.
Yeah, Lonzo was playing great before he got injured.
Statistically, like his stats don't show, I think, how good he is like as a player because he does a lot of things that like don't add up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's not a. Yeah, they don't fill the stat board, but he's still doing
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I agree with that. His passing is like off the charts too. I think his passing is like, I don't know if it's better than LaMelo's, but it's definitely gives him a run for his money. He was the original.
I mean, you think about it, like when Lonzo was coming out of college and like he was going to get drafted or whatever, they were saying that he could potentially be the next Magic Johnson of playmakers.
That's a reach and a half.
I mean, that
Yeah,
was
that-
before
no.
anyone saw him play in the NBA.
His high school highlights were crazy, especially with the.
If anybody's the next Magic Johnson, it's me, bro. Did I say something funny?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, best passer of all time.
Disrespected, bro.
Too bad, dude. I just saw something that said their was it who's their coach? Devin Ham or something?
Darvin Ham or whatever.
Yeah, Darvin Ham. They said that he's gonna have more like privileges to like bench Westbrook like late game, like so Westbrook's not going to be seeing minutes like late game, which I think is just terrible, dude. You can't just bench a guy like that and just throw him on the bench.
I mean, you're paying a
Especially
guy
in, like,
$40 million
late
a
games.
year. You should at
Yeah,
least
he's
let him play to
clutch.
close a game.
And I think he's earned his like spot to be on the floor, especially over like I don't even know the backup point guard at the Lakers. I feel like he's better than whoever the hell they got coming off the bench there.
I mean, dude, people
sure.
forget that Russell Westbrook was a dog for like 6 straight seasons, and even last year on the Wizards, he still was averaging nearly a triple double, or even maybe a triple double. I don't know exactly, but he had a 40-point triple double. He had a 20 rebound, 20 assist triple double with 10 points or 12 points. Like people are sleeping on
14,
this
it was
man. It's
14.
just he had
5
an
for
off,
8 from the
he had
field,
an
too.
off season, and it could be the system. So he could have another poor season coming up. But
I mean,
I really think that working this off season and smoothing over some like bumps in the lineup now that AD is coming back and he's gonna have more options. Like I think that Russ could like, I mean, dude, he's last season he was like he's a top 3 point guard. Now they're putting him at 22. Like I just or not last season, but when he was on the Wizards,
mhm.
like maybe not top 3, but like top 5, top 10, and now they're bringing him at 22. Like he has that potential. I think he just like bad year. I mean, people can't count him out.
Another thing is like, bro, like this is the first time in a while Russell Westbrook wasn't the primary star on his team.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So he had to
true, too.
not only take a
Like James
secondary role,
Harden's
but he had
numbers
to take
dropped
a
when he
territory
joined-
role with being the
Who is
third
it?
option now.
I'm on the pod.
Is that Boone?
Yeah.
He's just pouring us that. No, I think Westbrook, especially if they figured out how to play with like James and AD, I feel like they could be like lethal together.
I agree. I feel like this is a
D'Lo.
real snub too. I mean, he's very
Yeah.
consistent. He's always been
Yeah.
consistent. 18.7 assists. That's great.
I like
Again,
him when he
he's
was
not
on
even the primary
Lakers
scorer
again,
either.
Yeah, no, he's
I
got
know. And now
Kev
he's playing behind
and
Ant too.
Gobert.
Not
Well,
behind
Gobert's
him,
on
but like he's
defense,
not the.
but
I think that like they give him the ball
he's
to Ant
playing
over
with him.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so no, that definitely snub.
Giddy, that's
Oh,
fair.
Josh Giddey. I like that. That's fine.
I don't know why the picture's all goofed.
6'10" point guard that legit does like everything.
Wait. Look, ready? Giddy.
yeah, yeah. There's two.
Yeah,
Some
they had
teams aren't on
Giddy.
here. Like Magic aren't on here.
I mean, who's the best point guard from the Magic? Cole Anthony.
Probably Fultz.
That guy can't hit a jump shot for his life. He messed
Yeah,
up
but
his shoulder and he hasn't shot since. I actually didn't watch Fultz last year, so I can't really say much. I didn't really
and
pay
then
attention to him.
Cole Anthony also. Who else isn't on this list? Houston.
Yeah, but are they better than like,
Kevin Porter Jr.
Lowry? He hasn't played enough. If he stays healthy, I mean, he gets hurt so often. That's the issue. It's like, we're only going to give him like, how many games he play? Like 20, 30? If that.
Mike Conley's
Lowry?
not on here.
It was, wasn't
I mean,
No.
outside the top 5, this list is awful.
I'd agree.
it? It's so hard because it's like someone said earlier, like they all have different roles
I
on
know you
different
can't like rank them.
teams. Yeah, so it's like hard to compare them because they all do different. They're all different players and they do different things. It's tough.
And now let's flip the script. Let's go to shooting
Take it to
guards.
the 2 spot.
You're
Starting off, I feel like everyone should agree here. Number 1, Devin Booker.
I can
If you
my
say
computer can
otherwise,
load in
I
time.
disagree. I mean, everyone knows it's Devin Booker. It's not even a question. It's
Yeah,
not
I
even a
know.
question.
Yeah. All right. Yep. All right. We all agree. Devin Booker number 1.
Back with Kendall Jenner, taking dubs on and off the court.
Now here, I don't like this pick.
I totally agree. I don't know. Mitchell's
Yeah.
tough, dude. I
Dono's
don't
a
think he's
dog.
number 2.
Plus,
I
he
don't
played
think
like
he's
more
number
point
2.
guard in Utah than he did shooting guard.
I mean, not really with Conley.
But
Yeah,
even
they
though, like,
might.
I think what is it? 2K has him as a point guard.
Yeah, probably. But it's kind of like a James Harden situation.
True.
Like he's that shooting guard, but he brings up the ball a lot.
I think he's a shooting guard for sure. I mean,
Yeah, no,
he's
I
always
do
brought
too.
it up, like
He's
behind
just an
somebody for the most part.
undersized 2 guard.
Right. But like,
Dude
I don't
can
know. He
fly.
averaged
I feel like he had
26,
it
four
down
and a
here
half
last year,
board,
didn't he?
4.2 boards and 5.3 assists with a steal and a half. I don't know.
I also have
Great
Donovan
guy,
Mitchell
but
on my
like great
fantasy
player,
team.
but
Go
just
ahead.
not number 2 in this league like right now.
Like, I had Donovan Mitchell on my fantasy team last year, and he definitely – the numbers he gave me, he's not the second best shooting guard in the league.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like Jaylen Brown, who's number 3, should be above him.
Yeah,
And a few
I think
others
Jaylen Brown
be
should be
above him
number
as
2.
well.
He's got that
Jaylen Brown,
dog in him.
that's his Celtics are his team, as we've said like pretty much every week.
Yeah.
He's a dog, dude. He does it all.
I love how, like, my computer right now is showing you guys just potato images for these players. And, like, the viewers are going to watch this and just be like, wow, this guy's internet's awful. Like,
okay,
yeah, we
my
got
power
5
literally
people
went
on it
out
right now.
5 minutes ago. Power sucks.
Levine at 4.
I agree with that.
Fair.
He's also coming off an injury, isn't he? Or did he come back? Did he
really.
get injured
Maybe.
last
He-
season?
He played a majority of
At
last
least for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I feel like
he's definitely gonna have a huge jump this next year. I think this is where he takes over, and it's gonna be the Karl Anthony Towns Ant show, like transitioning to the Ant and Karl Anthony Towns show. If you guys know,
we
what
were
I agree,
watching the
but
next
also
Michael
I think-
Jordan in development.
I think that he's a bit too high on this list, though. I don't know if I'd put him at 5.
Why? Because his youth, or
Yeah, definitely. He's not even 21 yet.
but he's also putting up numbers. I don't know. Yeah, but he's also putting up numbers that we've never seen before, which is
No, I know.
insane. And he's had one of the best posters I've ever seen in my life when he dunked. What was the Raptors he dunked on, or the Hawks or something?
Like,
And he
More-
did perform in the playoffs. I don't know. I just at 5, I'm not sure. Not even because of
Who'd
his
you
youth. He
rank
has
ahead
been
of
putting up
him?
historic numbers. I've been defending him for weeks because I love the Timberwolves, but like Beal over Beal, I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
okay, but that's
Beal can go
Beal
also
is
out
a
and
like
get.
walking
If you
bucket.
tell Beal to go out and get you 50, he's getting you 50. Like,
tell Ant if he's on the Wizards by himself like Bradley Beal, tell Ant go get 50. He'll probably get you 45.
He's close, but not as good. He's close, but not as good.
yeah, I say it's.
Plus,
I don't know. I
okay,
still think Beal's. I don't know about all that.
Bradley Beal. Oh, wait, I'm gonna look this up. NBA shot attempt leaders. I I have a feeling Bradley Beal,
Is he up there?
like, he attempts a you know what ton of shots.
Crap ton.
Yeah, there we go. I thought I just saw Wizards. Maybe not. Maybe I'm
What are you
Nah,
talking about, boss?
he's just
maybe
a
I'm
bucket.
crazy.
Control F.
I just did, and it's not even showing Bradley Beal.
Dang. Well, I mean, he's not even like top 50. So I mean, he's out here scoring 50, and he's not even.
Hey, go back to that
on and off,
list. Go back to that list, and then just scroll down and then extend it. Like,
I just want to look.
is there not like a show more at the bottom?
Let's go here because he played last year. He only played 40 games. That's what it was. But yeah, he averaged 20.7 field goals last year. Right? Can you go
Yeah.
back to this list? I think that would
That's
put
like
him
3.
at number 2 behind Luca.
Yeah.
Like, that's point guards.
Then we'd have to dive into like efficiency and stuff like that, which I mean, I don't really feel like doing, but I don't think that Bradley Beal is worth like lower than Ant, in my opinion.
Sure, shot only 30%.
I like the
from behind
plus
the arc.
minus stat a lot, dude. I feel like that stat shows a lot.
Me too. Yeah, but it
But
said
yeah,
like
no,
he had
I
an
feel like
off
Beal
season. It
is
even
higher.
says he averaged 30 the past 2 seasons, so we'll see.
Jante,
I like this.
Finally getting some respect.
Yeah.
because you're going to the Hawks now, you should have a fun season.
And then
Yeah.
obviously everybody saw on the internet what Trey Young, and John Collins did. Yeah. I think that
Smack
trio
the
is going to
guy's
be
head with the
hard
ball,
to
dude.
stop. Like, when they go on a run and those 3 are all in the game, like, I think that's going to be some exciting basketball to watch.
Fact. And Capella, dude, they're just so fast, so lanky.
I forgot about Clint.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's solid. Solid in the
Yeah, I love
post.
Capella. CJ, love this pick.
He was definitely the catalyst. Like, when he got traded to New Orleans, like, he was the reason why they made the play in, and then, made the playoffs and played the Suns.
Pelicans are
And
gonna be scary.
if Zion's healthy, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, Zion is looking looking thin. And he's got that in his contract, they have that weight thing. So he's like the Eddie Lacy type thing.
Oh yeah, I
But,
saw
He's
that.
like
NBA.
the body
Yeah,
fat
keep his-
percentage and like a certain weight he has to be at.
Yeah, he has to
Yeah.
meet some standards to keep him under because he was getting heavy looking there for a little bit.
I mean, you keep doing all those Mountain Dew and Dorito and 2K commercials, bro.
Dude's living in Louisiana. I mean, he's eating good down south.
Oh yeah.
Can't blame him. He wasn't able to work
Neither can I,
out. He had
bro.
no fun.
Tyrese. I don't think he's top 10 yet.
I like Maxey.
But
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's top 10.
I don't disagree with. I mean, I don't like. It's not like I think he's a top 10 point guard, but for hot takes, like I don't like. This is a hot take that I could deal with. I think it's
I could
completely
see
up to
it.
him how he. Yeah, exactly. I could see him happening for sure. If he has a blow up season, for sure, I could see that happening. I think it'll be easy for him.
I mean, he's gonna be the third option on that team, maybe fourth if they want to give the ball to Tobias Harris more.
I feel like Harden though.
But still,
Who's above him? Like Embiid, obviously, Tobias, and because James Harden said he feels like he's gonna become more like a passer now.
right.
He said he's feeling older and he doesn't have that same like movement and stuff he used to have, and with the guys he has around him, he said he's gonna give up the ball more. So Tyrese Maxey might be like one of their main like a top 3 scorer on that team coming into this next season. So we'll see. But I still think Harden's going to come out and still drop like a 50 bomb here and there because it's James Harden. That's what he does. He dropped like 40 points back to back to back to back. I mean,
This pick,
insane.
he's a great shooter and all, Desmond Bain, but I don't put him at 10
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
there's some other guys out there that I would put over him. But because if you look at 11, yeah, Jordan Poole, I was like, okay, like I love to see some Michigan guys getting some love, right? But then I'm like, where's his teammate? Where's Clay? There's a 6th man of the year. And then they got the boy Clay all the way at 13. Like, I think people were.
I think Clay's top 10. I think he's at the 10 spot. They move like the list down.
I think Hero should be 10, to be honest.
Really? Even coming off the bench?
6th man of the year, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, where's Jimmy on this list?
Jimmy's a 3.
Yeah, they have him a small forward.
So then who starts over Tyler?
Oladipo.
Like, I just think that
Vic.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Clay should go above him. But what we saw from Clay in the finals last season, like, was impressive, but not like crazy. Like, if he can make it
I
back
mean,
to his
he
old-
also hasn't played basketball in 2 years.
Yeah, but that's why I don't think I'm not expecting much from him.
That's fair.
Like
But I
here,
think he was getting better.
Jordan Clarkson, like everybody just saw me like start scrolling, right? Like I think Jordan Clarkson is better than him, better than him, better than him, better than him. Maybe that's a conversation. Yes, better than Jalen Green.
Jalen Green
Better than Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know about the Jalen Green take.
I think that Gary Trent Jr. is a sleeper.
Yeah, he definitely is a sleeper. Like, same time, I don't know. It's like we all said, like it's hard to compare these players because they're all different. They all do different things. They're all in different systems, different roles.
Yeah, they'll play such crucial like parts in like their own way, like for their team. That they all have different assignments and different things to do. So it's tough to like put them head to head and like say who's better.
No, 100%.
Because
that's why these lists get difficult, bro. Because how can you compare 2 players on different teams with different systems, with different abilities?
Yeah, I mean, Nards is kind of mad and upset that I put LeBron James at 4 or I think it was 5 or 6 on my all-time list, and he was like, "What?" But
yeah,
I mean, I have a different opinion. Donnie has a different opinion. Trevor has a different opinion. Whoever made this dumb list has a different opinion.
Even though it's wrong.
Yeah, I don't care about his opinion. It's not right.
Like, okay, Jalen Green played good for about a month, but he didn't play good for the entire year. So how's he better than guys that
everyone's just hyped because he dropped 1 40-point game, dude. That's all. His defense is god awful.
I saw somebody on Twitter. They were trying to say that Jalen Green is better than Cade Cunningham because Jalen Green's career high in his rookie high scoring game was higher than Cade's. And I was like, you have no idea like what you're even talking about. Yeah, Jalen Green's a scorer, but like Cade's a playmaker first. And then when he dropped the 30-something piece against the Nets, like that was because like he was on a different level that night. Yeah, he was making it rain and all that and like scoring at will, but he was also dishing the ball that game too. Like,
isn't that the game that he started off the first half like 0 for 8? They ended up dropping like 30 in the second half. I don't know if it was that one. I know one of the games he started off like terrible and ended up dropping like 24.
Plus, all the guys over here at the pod aren't the huge Jalen Green fans just because he said he would never want to go to a piss poor city like Detroit or something like that.
Absolute bomb. He's hating on the city.
You're a You're a grown man now playing in the NBA and you still have a ponytail. Grow up, boy. Cut your hair.
Disrespect. No, I don't know. I don't think
I
it's
like Anthony
defensive or anything.
Simons.
He's a great shooter though.
I think Anthony Simons might have gotten snubbed a little bit just because, like, you think about it, the role he took over when Dame wasn't playing, like, that was Anthony Simons' team, and, like, he was carrying them heavily.
Yeah, for Portland.
He was
I'm so
playing out
excited
of
to
his
watch
mind.
Portland this year, dude. I want Dame to get a ring so bad. It's between
Yeah,
him
I
and
do.
Chris Paul. I want to see one of those two like win it all.
Same.
Like one of
And
those two
Jimmy.
be like, yeah, and Jimmy.
All three of them should just team up together and just, like, go ring chase.
I'll be lit.
The next
CP3,
Lakers.
Dame at the 2, and then Jimmy at the 3. That team is nasty.
That would be
That was
gross.
pretty nasty. Jimmy could have had a chance this year if he didn't take a 3 over a 3-on-2 fast break layup. But you know, it's not me.
I think this spot is fair for Lou Dort. If we were to make our own version of this list, I would probably put him at least top 20. I mean, I was telling Nards earlier, he is a really, really good defender. And if you follow
I
the
don't know much
NBA a
about Lou
decent
Dort.
amount and, like, you watch some of those Thunder games, like, Lou Dort is guarding the best player on your team.
Yeah.
On the perimeter.
Right.
Now, I don't think he's the best offensive player. Like, obviously, that part of his game will develop. But you will secure your job in the NBA if you can defend. And that's what Lou Dort did.
The way
That's
to
why he
get
got
paid in the NBA is being able to, like, the way to secure a roster spot is playing defense.
defense. Yeah. And that's why I got paid $80 million. Because
It's
If
not
you're
all
not-
about scoring.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not dunking over kids or doing some fancy crossover pull-up dribbles and stuff like that, like if you're not averaging 30 because you're just gifted, you need to play defense.
if you're not selling tickets, you need to be able to play defense.
Exactly.
The game is more than scoring a basket. It's a huge part, but it's more to it.
And stopping baskets.
Even though the late,
Yeah,
great
exactly.
Bill Russell, RIP to the legend, was quoted by saying, "These youngins don't know what basketball is all about. It's about getting buckets."
Rest in peace
That's
to
one
a
where
real
he's like-
one.
He like took his head count, dude. He was like, "I beat all your asses" or
Oh
whatever.
yeah. I'd
Goated.
kick your ass.
Oh,
Bogey at
Rest in
18.
what a
peace.
legend.
Yeah. RIP legend.
Bogdan
RIP the most winningest player in NBA history.
ended up with 11 rings. Just
Yes, sir.
absolutely absurd.
And I think he had
Steve
2 as a
Kerr's on his
coach.
way though. Steve Kerr's at 9 now. Between coaching and you got 2 as coach. Between coaching and playing, Steve Kerr's getting up there, which is incredible in itself. Because Kerr's only been coaching for like a few seasons.
How many rings does Kerr have?
9.
Is it 9?
4 as a coach and 5 as a player.
That's crazy.
Because he had
Yeah.
the 1 or 2 with San Antonio.
Yeah, you got
think it
the
was
2 with
2.
San Antonio and then 3 with Michael Jordan. Nuts.
Bogey at 18. I think that's fine. He's a solid role player. And that's really about it. That's all I have to really say about him. I don't.
Yeah, there's not. I don't really know much about.
I like
Bogey.
Bogey.
He's a good player. He's a good role player, but I
The
don't
better
think
of the 2 brothers right here, Seth Curry, absolutely snubbed.
Yeah, facts.
Definitely
This
better
guy's,
than
this guy's a
Steph.
dog. He's just getting old.
Yeah, this is a stat you guys were reading off earlier.
He's like 31.
44.2% with over 500 attempts at the 3. That is crack. That is actually crazy.
And he has a plus 5.8 point differential,
Plus or
basically.
minus.
I don't know why they
Yeah,
call it a
that's-
swing rating, unless that's their own custom
Thing,
rating.
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but 500 threes, go back to that stat. 500 threes over 4 seasons, that mean at least 500. That means that you could only shoot 125 each season and still make this list.
Oh, I thought that was over 1 season.
No, it's over 4 seasons.
Oh, that
It's like
changes
it's a
my
crazy
mind
stat,
lot,
but like
dude.
perspective.
No, but he said
like-
this list is saying that out of anybody that's at least shot 500 threes.
Right. I
He-
know, I see that. But like what I'm saying is like there's players like Dame and Trey and Steph who probably shoot a lower percentage, but they're shooting like double the mass. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to maintain 44.2%.
Stuff shooting's like a 1,000 a season.
Like,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
it's
You
gonna be
can't keep
harder to
that high
maintain.
standard when you're chucking up more every single year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 100 something a year that he's shooting.
Exactly. 125 threes a season is literally like less than one. It's like 1.5 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Caruso, I feel like that's fair.
Solid role player who could play every single position on the floor.
Yeah.
Play
AC.
center, power forward, small forward, shooting
Underrated
guard, and point
defense.
guard.
The
Yes.
GOAT himself, Alex Caruso.
Look at this right here, Trev. Right for you.
What? Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. That's my dog. I respect players who hustle and play D. It's the hardest part of the game.
Chicago's a sleeper coming in this season. Well, I guess we're not really.
Anybody can teach themselves how to shoot. Anybody can practice their dribble moves. It takes a
dude,
certain.
shooting. I disagree
takes
with
a
the shooting part.
Defense is a
I feel like-
mentality.
You can improve like your form, but I don't think you can become like that much of a better shooter. I feel like it's more
That's
like a natural
cap.
thing shooting. No, I don't think it is cap. Look at Stanley Johnson and stuff. That was like his biggest issue is like he's a great hustler, great defender and stuff. But
Yeah, that's mental.
will a
Like same with
shot come
Fultz,
around?
Simmons. It's mental.
Fultz messed up his shoulder and then he wasn't able to shoot the same.
Okay, well,
Simmons maybe it's mental because
shooting, like thousands and thousands of people go to like shooting camps to like learn how to shoot better. You can improve your form, you can improve your timing, you can learn where to look. Like there's thousands of things. I was never a good shooter growing up, and then I got to high school and I started practicing more and working on my form and working on my shot.
were you able to make it though, even with your whack ass shot beforehand?
I mean, like not nearly as consistently.
I mean, that's
For
fair.
you-
I
for
just
those
feel
of
like
you
in
who
like
don't
experience from like the draft, I feel like when players come in, like their biggest downfall is like they'll be like everything's great. It's just their biggest downfall is their shooting isn't the best.
I mean, look at players that are
a lot of
extending their
times they
range
end up
right now,
falling
like
off.
Isaiah Stewart. He's been in the lab working on his three, and it's getting better.
For those of you who don't
Yeah,
know,
but he's never
the
like
boys on the
he
pod.
never shot before.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
for those of you who don't know, the boys here on the pod, on this MTM podcast, we're all certified bucket getters. We can all shoot. Test us on that. Donnie
No
hasn't been in the
buckets.
lab as of recently, but that's one thing you'll never lose is your shot.
I feel like that's true.
I don't know. I just feel like shooting is a lot of like natural. It's like
If you
I know
want
you
to
can
challenge us to
improve it in the
3-on-3,
form
grab
and
your
stuff.
three. Us three will wipe the floor with you. 21.
But Ned, it's like same with dribbling. Like if you constantly are doing dribbling moves and practicing and like working on your hezzy and like going up against the wall, doing drills with like tennis balls and stuff like that, you're gonna get better at dribbling.
How do you
same
get better
with,
at free
like-
throws? You shoot free throws.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
practice
Shaq
form
never
shooting.
got better.
Yeah,
He
but
was
he didn't, like-
that's like all they
Shaq
worked with
didn't
all
care.
season and stuff.
Shaq was so dominant. He was like, okay, you can foul me. I'll miss the free throw, get my own rebound, and then get a dunk.
Right.
I know, but he still was. I know he was working on it like every single offseason. Like they had people coming in helping him with his form. Andre Drummond was like a freak of nature. He'll end up like turning it around from the worst free throw shooter in like the history of NBA to becoming like a 60% free throw shooter was like incredible.
Because he was,
Same with
what,
Dwight
like,
Howard. He went and
30,
saw
40
Lethal
something?
Shooter. The Christopher Matthews, like the shooting coach for. Oh, why is my camera off, bro? How long was that off?
It was off for a while. I
know.
thought you were doing something back there, and I was like, all
Cousin
right,
is.
you were thinking. But
But
you were saying
Chris- yeah.
Coach Matthews.
Dwight Howard went to go see Christopher Matthews and Lethal Shooter, and the season after he was shooting like 70% from the field, or not from the field, from the line, like 71.
I don't know, but look at like Killian Hayes. I've seen like I know it can happen, but I'm saying like majority of guys that come in, like look at Killian Hayes. He shoots like 90% from the free throw line, but can't hit a goddamn three for his life.
Yeah, but do you
Like, well,
think
I mean,
like
this
do you
year
think
he
the
might be a
Pistons
little
are
bit
sitting
better,
there
but-
all day, every day, like training his shot? Like, no, they're
Yeah,
running drills.
they have John Bayline specifically as a shooting coach. John Bayline is specifically there just to work on everybody's shot, their form.
Yeah, but
their
what I'm
technique,
saying is
their
they're not working
stance.
on their shot and their form all day, every day. Like they're doing defensive drills, they're doing passing drills, they're doing shooting drills. Yeah, but they're also doing rebounding, like steals, taking charges,
also-
scrimmaging.
It's also the
it's his
mentality you take into
job.
practice too, Dones. Like, what if Killian's like, I'm not a shooter. I don't want to become a shooter. I want to be a great playmaker because that's what his game is. He's a playmaker. So
Well, I
Killian
don't
could
see him
be out
having a
there
long
wasting
jet. I
Beeline's
don't.
time by shooting crap shots because he's like, oh, I'm just gonna throw up these shots so I can, get this old guy off my back, and so I can go work on some alley oop drills with Bagley or something, But
Well,
like,
all I know is that this season, if he doesn't develop at least the mid range or a semi decent 3-pointer or some kind of outside shot, he will be cut from the Pistons and we'll part ways with them because
no,
he doesn't
we'll see
develop
him in
enough.
Grand Rapids with the drive.
Yeah,
No,
actually.
they'll probably cut him if he doesn't
Yeah.
improve over the season. They'll part ways with him because he's already
Just
been on like
trade
a
him.
couple games with the G League.
Trade him for a second
He's
rounder.
he's too big and good for the G League. He played in the G League and dropped like 24, like almost like a triple double. Then he played against OKC and actually like almost dropped a triple double in that game when they had all their starters out and had all their G League guys come up. So it was basically a G League game.
I
And
think
he
this guy right
dominated.
here, Sexton, is going to be a sleeper for next year because like he only played 11 games last year, and now he's probably kind of upset that he's not getting the money that he wants from the Cavs, and now it's becoming Garland, Mobley, and Jared Allen's team. But like before that, like Colin Sexton was a dog. He was averaging 20, and now like he's coming back. He's rehabbing off of injury, and that Cavs team is already lethal enough. If he goes back to Cleveland, I think he'll probably be, their best scorer by far. I think he could also be a
Yeah.
case for MIP.
Dude, I
Sexton.
think I can't believe he's still not signed yet. It's okay. I can't believe he's still a free agent.
Bro, like he's a good player. I would give him the money that he wants. 20 M a year, especially if you're the Cavs and you have the money. Heck yeah, I do it.
They didn't finalize with him yet? That's crazy.
No. He was upset.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, they won't give him 20 or 20 plus. And so he's holding out. He's like, I know my worth. I'm at least worth 20. So, and you know what? I remember there was talks for a while that the Pistons were going to go out and trade for him or even sign him. And I was like, that'd be awesome because then, the Pistons could have, drafted somewhere else. But I kind of like the Ivy pick.
Yeah, I agree.
After Summer League, I like what the Pistons did. I'm glad they waited because it is the Pistons basically got two players that replaced Sexton for a lot cheaper. And they filled out more holes of their team.
I agree.
But Sexton, big season for him coming up.
We didn't want to overpay Sexton either.
And like lock ourselves up to not be able to pay Cade.
Right.
All our other assets. Norman Powell, honestly, big dog, I have not watched you play too much, so I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Norm.
All right, on to the next one.
Oh, it says here that Sexton declined a 3-year, $40 million contract because he wants $20 million per season.
Yeah.
He wants 60 for 3 years. So that's fair.
I'd do it. Karis LeVert,
They've capped him.
everywhere he's gone, he's been a solid role player, and I guess that's what he'll always be. I mean, you always need that on every team. So
Another Michigan man.
yes, sir. Go blue.
I think he had the chance to, he showed some like a preview of like what he can do in
Indiana.
Yeah, no, and in Brooklyn. So when Kyrie was injured and Durant, he was like averaging 30 or whatever. But yeah, like a great role player.
Also a very, very nice guy. Met him one time.
Is he?
Very nice guy, yeah. Really cool car as well. And then
Did you drive the whip?
No. I mean I pulled it up like 5 feet.
Oh, nice. That counts.
Lamborghini
Nice car.
Urus or whatever it's called, the SUV.
Yeah, the Urus. Yeah. Uruses are sick. Jaden Ivey.
I love this because, we're Pistons fans. Same time, he has not played a single second of NBA basketball in the regular season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he only played 11 minutes in the summer league. On top of that. So
No, he played more than that. He played a game
like 30,
and 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 30 something.
Oh, that's on there. Yeah. Played.
But
yeah, I don't know. It was like 5 minutes or some shit.
Seriously though, like I don't know how
11 minutes was for the other.
Dude,
What is this based off of? I'm confused. 25. I
I'm-
respect it
just think
because
he's
I
gonna
think
come
he
out
has a
being a
lot of
dog.
potential. But like, is he really gonna start hooping immediately? And like, is he even gonna start?
We could
I
look
think
back
he'll
at
be-
this
I
place
think the
on the
line-
list at 25 and wonder what were we thinking.
Well, no, because they say above that like he could come out here and ball the hell out, and they'd look like fools for putting him so low. Is what they're saying.
I
And if
think
he looks like
I think the
crap,
starting lineup will go Cade, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart at the 4, and then Bagley at the 5. At least in the beginning of the season, I see that being their starting 5.
Until Duran develops.
I don't see Duran starting until maybe next season, unless he comes on, he actually balls out and like does so well that you have to
I'm so excited to watch.
you
the
have to
Pistons.
put him in start. Yeah,
The-
same. I'm excited for this coming. Excited for
You
the
guys
NBA
read-
season just in general.
you guys read the Bad Boys Pistons community page at all?
No.
It's by
No.
SB Nation, and basically like they had a thing for a while. It was called Who's the Four, and they did an in-depth breakdown of like 4 guys that could be the starting 4, and it was like Bagley, Duran, Stewart, and I think Livers. 'Cause you
Over
think
the
about it, if you're the
4?
Pistons, you have 4 different guys you could start at the starting 4.
Right.
What about Kelly Ole?
Center.
Kelly Ole.
5.
He's 7'1".
Is he actually? Is he Kelly Ole that tall? Damn.
Or
That's
it might be 7 exactly, but I know he's a
thought
7
he was
Either
foot.
way, he's
6'10".
tall. I thought he was short.
No, he's 7 foot. Oh, he's 6'11". I
tall
lied.
man.
But I remember
You got
last year, like,
Nerlens Noel,
yeah,
who's looking to
Nerlens
improve
Noel is really
himself
good
and
too.
make a name for himself.
How tall is
again.
Noel?
7 foot.
6'10". Yeah, 7 foot maybe. I know he's tall.
6'11".
Yeah,
Just
so-
round up, Noel. Just say 7 foot, and I can be right.
He wants to be like AD. He says 6'10". 'Cause he wants to play the 4 instead of the 5.
Yeah, but Noel can't shoot. He can't shoot.
Alec Burks is 6'6", so he's the same height as Cade. Like we have a tall team.
I like it. I like
Ivy
it. though.
6'5".
Think about
Hayes
when
is
Cade-
6'5".
6'4". 6'8".
So
6'5".
after
Bay's like
this-
6'6", 6'8".
after
He's
this season, right?
6'7".
Yeah, something
I
like
think
that.
that's when we'll see Cade bulk up like a crap ton, and he's gonna come back and he might play some bully ball. That's
Dude,
my
he
prediction.
He gained a lot of weight.
That's what I'm saying. He
Or
might be
muscle
one more
or-
off season away from being able to play like bully ball at that one spot.
Marvin
being
Bagley
6'6".
is 6'11".
Yeah, he's a big boy. And Cade's a vegan, so like I don't know how you gain weight being a vegan and like burning and like working out
Pistachios.
that much.
Is
Pistachios
he actually
are
vegan? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
pistachios
just
are a great way
vegan.
of protein if you're a vegan. Fun fact.
Is it? I know, but still, it's like it's a lot harder than like hammering down some chicken or like
Yeah,
you know,
seriously.
chicken or
Like a
something.
Yeah,
protein
cal-
shake. Peanut
like
butter
the-
chocolate milkshake or something like that. Like protein
I know
shake.
it's not. It's not.
Peanut
It
butter
doesn't give
isn't-
you like the same as as like.
Like, what are they
eating,
gonna
like,
make in the
chicken,
shake?
you know?
Like, how do you make it without milk?
Yeah,
Peanut
it
butter
doesn't
has
get
like
milk.
I do it
peanut
with
butter-
water, bro.
That's nasty.
a milkshake.
I literally go water with ice, and then I'll throw in like my chocolate protein powder. It's like a thicker, protein powder, and then I throw like peanut butter in there. And then you can throw like other stuff in there too. But like, yeah, it's a solid way to put on some mass because those shakes that I
Peanut
make
butter
are
and
anywhere from
bananas.
like 40 to 60 grams of protein of like 24 ounces. Like it's not that much to drink. I mean, it's like 2 glasses, but like still you're putting down a lot of protein. Yeah, I can see how Kate did it if he's a vegan, which I've heard is actually it's like a more efficient way to be like it's like a better way to be an athlete. It's like because you're like vegan, vegetarian, like you just have a cleaner diet. You're not putting all that crap in your body, but at the same time, you only hear that from the websites that are like full of people like that. So they're just gonna, if you go to the Pistons page, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, we're the greatest team ever." But yeah, go to the Lakers, they're like, "Oh, we're the greatest team ever." No, you're not.
You just gotta drop $1.5 million a year on your health every single year, and you should have a longevity in the league.
All right,
Just
LeBron.
like LeBron James. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. If I
crazy.
spent $1 million on health every year,
Yeah,
What would
but
I
he's
look
also
like?
a billionaire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
bro. If
know.
I was getting paid $40 million a year to play basketball, I would invest at least $1 million of that into my body, and I would come back looking like David Hasselhoff Jr.
Exactly. David
investment.
Hasselhoff Senior. You look like you'd make David Hasselhoff look like a little bitch.
And I love how that's the first cuss word of the show. All right.
All right. Real talk though, my laptop's about to die.
All right. Well, we can cut this one here. I mean, it was a great one. We talked about, these BS lists from a BS website. And no, it's not a BS website. It's pretty
I
decent.
got
website.
decent
don't
top
mind it.
fives. Everything else is in the air, debatable, arguable.
But that's why we're here. That's why the boys of MTM Pod are here.
We're
Cut through
giving
the
you our
crap. Get to the bottom of it.
get that crap out of here.
Yeah,
Only
exactly.
real talk.
We're here to show you guys how bad these lists are and how people have no idea what they're talking about. Don't listen to everything you see in the basketball community because 90% of the time they're gonna be wrong.
These
actually
people
got a
get
call.
paid to give you these lists. We do it for free. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a call from Draymond Green the other day, and he was like, "Man, I really love your guys' podcast. You guys know so much about basketball. I'm excited to invite you guys to being a part of the new media." So now we're a part of that. We're a part of the new media. That may be completely false and completely made up right there on the spot, but you guys can believe whatever you want to believe. We're part of the new media.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what we're talking
we're
about.
Believe
here,
what you
we're
want to
here.
believe. Michael Jordan's my sister.
and Jimmy Butler is your son.
Exactly.
You sure you're not talking about Magic's son or daughter, whatever the hell he goes? Never mind. We're not. That's another day. Okay.
All right. As always, thank you so much for
Thanks
joining
for
us for another
watching.
episode.
As always, smack that subscribe button, ding that notification bell,
Gonna ding it.
share.
Subscribe. Share. Comment down below. You know,
We
hit
will
every
see
little
you
button down there besides the dislike
next Wednesday.
button.